Hi, how's it going, everybody? This is Ryan from STRUMfast Music. Today we're going to be doing a Pro Tools 8 beginners tutorial. Today we're just going to be covering the transport window and all of its functions. Alright, first things first, the transport's basically like your own personal assistant. You can customize it however you like by just clicking on this drop down right over here to the right. Um, you can customize, you can add the counters, you can add the synchronization, all that stuff. But for right now, we're just going to keep it in this mode just because this is kind of like the standard view of it. It's probably what most of you are looking at, so this is what I'm going to go over. Um, right up here, your basic playback functions, your rewind, your fast forward. This button right here is your return to zero. You can also accomplish this by hitting enter, and what this will do is it'll bring you to the beginning of your session. So if you're in the middle of a really long song, like a 6-7 minute song, and you want to get to the beginning of it very easily, just hit enter or click this guy right here. And this guy right here is your go to end button, and this will bring you all the way to the end of your session. Is your stop, play, and your master record button. To record in Pro Tools, you have to go through 3 steps, and first step is right over here where your tracks are. You'll notice that each of your tracks have its own individual record button. And the reason why Pro Tools does this is because just in case you want to record on more than one track at one time, that's why. So basically you're telling Pro Tools which tracks you would like to record on. Then your second step is you have to go back to your transport and click on the master record button. Alright? And right now you can see that Pro Tools is waiting for us to hit play, and then it will start recording. Alright, I'm not going to do that right now because I have some audio right there, but that's all you have to do. So you have to arm your tracks, let Pro Tools know you're ready to record by hitting the master record button, and then finally by hitting play. Alright, so that's that. And now look, whenever you arm a track, you'll notice that this little indicator turns red over here. This is basically telling you that you have tracks that are armed. Because sometimes when you're in a big session, when you have like 25, 30 tracks, sometimes you get lost in the sea of in the sea of tracks and blinking lights, and you won't know that certain tracks are record enabled. So it's just a nice little indicator. And then this indicator right here, which isn't turned on, is your input monitoring indicator. This basically tells you if your input monitoring is on or off. Right now ours is on. Alright, so then over here we have your pre and your post roll window. You can set it to whatever you like. 22 seconds, 2 seconds, 0. And your post roll, same thing. Basically what this is for is your pre-roll, it gives you some time before you start recording, and post-roll gives you some time, right after you're done recording. Right here is your playback selection length, start and end. So basically, if you come up here to your tool section and you click on the selector tool and you make a selection in a region, it will tell you where you start, which is 39 seconds, which is right over here, where it ends, which is 2:13, and then the length of your entire selection. So it's a handy tool just in case you have to make some deletes or edits or things like that. And then we come over here to this window. This window is basically your metronome / count off window. Right here is what tempo you have your click track set to. Now right here you'll notice you can't change it. It's stuck on 120. That's because we have your conductor button clicked. When you have your conductor button clicked, it's automatically at a set tempo and you can't change it. But if you deselect that and you click on the tempo, you can change it to whatever you want. Alright. Then right up here we have your count off button. When you have your count off selected, that's going to give you a count off before you start recording. So right now I have it set to 2 bars. So the metronome is going to go 2 bars before it starts recording. You can change what meter you have it in. If you want it in 4/4 or 3/4 or whatever you like, you can change it right there. And then you can change your meter tempo. Alright, so that's your conductor button, and that's your tempo window right over here. And then finally, we have these last two buttons right here. These are both your MIDI buttons on your transport. This one right here is your MIDI merge button. This is really for when you're recording MIDI, and let's say you record a really good piano riff, right? And it's really only kind of leads. Let's say you want to add some chords to that same region of audio that you just recorded. All you do is you select this MIDI merge button right there, and you can actually record on top of what you originally recorded with MIDI. So it won't delete what you previously recorded, it'll just add it to it. It's pretty handy. And then this guy right here is your wait for note button for MIDI. So basically what that means is if you're trying to record MIDI, you can have this selected and Pro Tools won't start recording until you hit that first MIDI note. So it's really handy just in case you want to kind of fix something in a MIDI riff that you already recorded. If you want to just fix one or two notes, it's pretty handy. And then finally, we have your metronome. So let's hope you created a click track. Everybody should use click tracks, but that beep 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 is kind of annoying, so sometimes you want to turn the metronome off without actually getting rid of the click track. You can just hit that and it'll take the sound off so you don't hear it. It's a nice little tool. And then a final little note about the play and record button. If you right click on both of them, they both have individual options that you can add to them, like half speed or loop. And then for record, you can do loop record or quick punch record. All stuff you're gonna have to get used to. But for right now, you know everything about the transport. So if you have any questions, feel free to message us, and make sure you like and subscribe. Take it easy, guys.